All right, so the New York State chocolate milk scene is super legit for those of you who don't know. You might assume that from its proximity to Pennsylvania and Ohio and other really good chocolate milk producing states. But what is the best chocolate milk in New York State? I don't think anyone's ever really done an in-depth investigation into that until now. Stewarts shops, I guess, in Westmoreland, New York. Stewarts is it's a convenience store. It's like Cumberland Farms or it's like Wawa. And they have their own dairy and they've got their own milk and chocolate milk. A long time ago, I had Stewarts 1% and it was very flat and flavorless. But now we've got Stewarts Superrich. I've been looking forward to trying this for a while, so it was a matter of time before I stopped at a Stewarts. So it's definitely on the sweeter end of indulgence. And it is also very chocolatey. It is missing a cream flavor, which I've grown accustomed to over the last few days where I've had some really high quality cream line chocolate milks. But it is delicious. Next time you go into a Stewart's, look for the red cap. That's the one that's gonna taste good. This will give you a nice punch of flavor. It's not quite as punchy cocoa as like the Wawa Double Dutch chocolate milk.
Counter punch.
But this is more of a straightforward, competent chocolate milk, kind of like Turkey Hill's, actually, if I had to draw a comparison. Indulgently chocolatey, plenty sweet. To satisfy any kind of sweet tooth you've got, this will do it. I'm at Byrne Dairy here in Cortland, New York. It's a statewide institution. Gas stations and convenience stores all over the state, similar to like a United Dairy Farmers in Ohio. And they produce some great chocolate milk in glass, plastic, cartons, low fat, full fat, the whole range. So we're gonna give this a shot here. Oh yeah. So what I love about it, it's got a very unique maltiness. It's very strongly malty, much more so than chocolatey. And it's got that malt ball, sort of a salty bite to it, which again is unique and it plays off the cream very well, giving you very indulgent flavor. Yeah, it's delicious and it's unique, so good stuff. Always look forward to having Byrne Dairy chocolate milk. I've had the whole range, but the regular whole stuff is definitely the best, and you can get it in plastic or glass. And I recommend you try this one in New York State. It'll definitely stand out to you as a strongly malty, but still indulgent and delicious chocolate milk. In this day and age where talk is cheap and bold claims are easy to come by, Upstate Farms' intense chocolate milk, does it live up to the claim? Wow, I would say that it does. It's intensely chocolatey and intensely sweet, both. And you can see the little ice cream splashing. It is very much like chocolate ice cream. It's densely packed with chocolate flavor. Lots of sweetness here and the cream supports it well. Yeah, Upstate Farms, this is delicious stuff. I have had the low fat, which for me was all sweet and no chocolate, or much less, and it was just seemed a little bit too cloying and almost strongly on the vanilla end of things. But the original, the full fat version, this stuff's nice. Wow, it is intense.
Number 8.
All right, I'm at Stoltzfus Family Dairy in Vernon Center, New York. Picked up some of the cream line chocolate milk inside. Really nice folks inside to deal with. Oh yeah, there's that delicious cream line cream taste. It's not buttery. I feel like it's lacking a little bit of salt to go into the buttery category. But it's really well developed cream and the cocoa flavor is strong and you feel it on the sides of your tongue as well. Also, something else I like about it, for the strength of cocoa you get, it's super smooth. The cream ushers everything away and there's no chalky or powdery residue left over, which sometimes, hey, is a necessary evil. If you want to even call it evil, it's sometimes a nice indication of a strong cocoa flavor, but this has that without the baggage. And I respect it for that. Okay. PFD.
Number 7.
Pretty f***ing delicious. On Pittsford Farms Dairy, here at Pittsford, New York, downtown Pittsford, just near the Erie Canal, actually. A gorgeous barn-shaped ice cream shop and creamery in there. It's kind of hopping, even though they say it's not busy. There's normally a line out the door, I think, for the ice cream. But lots of milk in glass bottles and plastic. Let's have a go. Oh yeah. It doesn't have the same body that of a cream line chocolate milk. It's a little bit thinner and definitely sweeter. When there's chocolate, there's not much of a malty flavor. It disperses quickly and finishes cleanly. So it's easy to drink a lot of this quickly, which I think I'm gonna do. I don't normally savage it right out of the glass bottle. Probably gonna chip a tooth one of these days. Everywhere you go in New York, there's great local chocolate milk, just a testament to the scene here in the state. And this is no exception. Pittsford Farms Dairy doing a good thing, and clearly the cat's out of the bag. People know about it. Adams Fairacre Farms in Newburgh, New York.
Number 6.
Just to pick up some Hudson Valley Fresh chocolate milk. Now, I've had this before in New York City. It's outstanding. This stuff is outstanding too. It's a little bit thicker, but this is a perfect example of where the creaminess warrants the thickness. It disperses really nicely and then leaves you the cocoa flavor on the tongue. Wow, it's really chocolatey and substantial and has a strong salty kick. One mouthful is satisfying enough for a while, and the aftertaste is great as well. Didn't get to visit the actual plant. Hudson Valley Fresh is available in parts of southern, southeastern New York and New York City, and it's good as hell. Cheers to them, once again.
Number 5.
I'm at Trinity Valley Dairy in Cortland, New York. It is a Tuesday. They're only open from Thursday through Saturday, so I can pretend that I bought it here, but I had to get it at the local PNC market. Let's give this stuff a try. Oh yeah, it's delicious. It's got a really buttery flavor, and that's a cream line chocolate milk, so that's very characteristic of that. It's got a powerfully chocolatey flavor with also a fair bit of salt in there, which again plays off the cream and accentuates the chocolate and really wraps everything up. I love it. This is brilliant. Now, unlike others, there's a really flavorful density to this, reminiscent of like Whoa Nelly Dairy in Pennsylvania. And again, the flavorful density and the powerful cream and the salt and the chocolate working well together. It's really good stuff.
Number 4.
Okay, Battenkill Valley chocolate milk. I've been waiting for a while to try this one. Finally getting a chance to try it. I'm out here in Salem, New York, which is almost to the Vermont border, way east. Ooh, nice and cold. Very nice cream flavor, like you get that grass-fed sort of a flavor. There is a little bit of a powdery residue, but that's mostly due to the cocoa flavor. It is brilliant. It actually kind of reminds me a little bit of the Trinity Valley that I had the other day. It's a nice little setup they got out here, kind of a small, somewhat rustic shop. They're selling ice cream. People are showing up out of the blue. It's kind of out in the country. It smells farmy. I've had so much good chocolate milk. It's like going through Pennsylvania. You feel like any sort of criticism is a nitpick because it's so good. If you have this, if you're used to the normal grocery store chocolate milk and you come across some of this, you're gonna be like, oh my God.
Game begin! Oh my God!
Yeah, what more can you say? Hey, I'm at King Brothers Dairy in Schuylerville, New York.
Number 3.
A brilliant place. They just built a brand new ice cream shop with seating area and everything like that. It's gorgeous inside. It's about a month old. It's really beautiful and modern in there, and the employees are brilliant. I did get to talk to Jeff and Barb, two of the owners, and man, you won't find nicer people. This makes it all worth it going around to all these dairies when you get to interact with hardworking, approachable, funny dairy farmers like the ones here. They're the ones doing the real work. I'm just out here collecting stuff and finding it and drinking it. I'm doing the easy part. On behalf of Jeff and his family, cheers to all the dairy farmers out here that make this sort of thing possible. So how's the chocolate milk? They only do whole chocolate milk. They do it in plastic and glass. Oh wow, it's got just an absolutely phenomenal texture. It's thin and it doesn't cling. There's no baggage involved. It disperses exactly how you'd want it to, and it delivers a really unique chocolate flavor. Interestingly enough, the chocolate flavor that it has reminds me of Dutch Mill in Thailand. That was what I instantly thought of when I tried this. This nails that ratio of thin, but really creamy and disperses beautifully. And the flavor that you're left with, it's not overly sweet. It's tuned just right. I can see why this is so popular here, and I think the popularity is only gonna grow. You guys got a great thing going on here. Keep up the great work. Okay, 2:00 p.m., first solid food of the day. I don't recommend this lifestyle, fun as it may be.
Number 2.
All right, I'm here at Hillcrest Dairy in Moravia, New York, owned and operated by the Ripley family. Hillcrest Dairy chocolate milk just picks them up inside. It's a beautiful, cute little shop inside there. How is this stuff? Oh yeah. My best way to describe this is like a buttery maltiness. It's really delicious, and the cocoa flavor more intensifies after the sip. It's like a little bit of a gift on the way out. It's brilliant. You get that kind of salty, malty sensation on the sides of your tongue. It's a unique flavor, and I really enjoy it. They also produce this Ripley Family Farm, 100% A2 from Guernsey cows. It's the same stuff, so to speak, except for this is all A2 milk. Wow, that's also really good. The texture to me feels a little bit thinner, but the creaminess is outstanding, and it disperses beautifully. It nails that thinnish yet ultimately creamy flavor, and it's just a super rewarding drink. Well done, Ripley family. You guys are awesome.
Number 1.
Rondon Brook chocolate milk from Ancrumdale, New York. Didn't get a chance to get out to the farm, but I was able to pick some up. This stuff is absolutely delicious. Talked extensively about it in my New York City video, since this is available in New York City in plastic and glass. It's actually quite available, and it's phenomenal. So don't miss out on this one. And this Rondon Brook cream line chocolate milk from here in New York it's a 10. It doesn't get any better than this. Everything's perfect. It's creamy, chocolatey, salty, malty. It's everything you want. I mean, that's absolutely delicious. Oh yeah. Just see my other reviews for how I feel about this, because I feel strongly about it, and it's awesome.
I'm from the jungles of New York, Mr. Wonderful. I'm like Paul Londorf. I'm a warlord. My Benz got.
Well, if you made it this far, congratulations and thank you. I guess this is the postscript or whatever, director's cut. But as I'm producing the video, the New York video, I'm behind, so about 6 months after the actual trip. Just reminded of how awesome the New York chocolate milk scene is, especially compared to where I live now in Chicago. But all 10 of the top 10 are 9.0 and up scores for me. So super brilliant stuff, and the differences among them. I mean, I'm fortunate to have been able to try a lot of these side by side and kind of figure out, but a preference of one versus another, it's not that much variation. So, some people might agree or disagree. If someone does disagree, I would just be happy that someone cares enough to have a strong opinion about their local chocolate milk. If that's the case, then we're on the same team anyway. Sadly, since the trip, I've learned of a handful of chocolate milks from New York that I did not get, and thus weren't included in this review. So hey, I will be back.
I'll be back.
Chocolate milk, this is one to sip slow by the fireside or at night or whatever, reading a book. Don't run through this stuff, don't guzzle this stuff. Don't give it to the kids if they're just gonna deep six it and run outside.